Hello friends, I am C. Nitin Pathak, President of Isaka Chapter Ahmedabad. Today taking a talk on Facebook assessment, faceless assessment and its intricacy, its genesis and what SSA should take care, what tax consultants should take care and why it is started and what way the assessment is done. And what is the feedback given by this thing that during this talk I have taken some of the paragraphs or some of the some presentation from BCA panel discussion where CBDT chairman, CBDT member SK Gupta has some given a tip which I have taken in this presentation and uh, and this is my personal opinion. So one should take care and read between the line to appropriate level. Uh, the e-assessment has been converted into faceless assessment and the notification number 2754 under section 143 has been passed and they have added section 144 that is best judgment assessment, the word forensic information and technology and valuation, the word audit is inserted after that. So they have widened the scope of the scheme. Here, before I go into this scheme in detail, let me give you some basic concept which is being frequently used. Is NESC, National Assessment Center, National E-Assessment Center. Matlab, this is a portal which is collecting the information, is a gateway. Is they are collecting the details from SSC and transferring it the same to department for further processing. RES means Regional Assessment Center. AU means Assessment Unit. Assessment Unit is the job where they would ask the details from the SSC for the purpose of information given collected by the income tax department, and then they would frame the assessment uh, from the SSC on the basis of information and the explanation given by the SSC. RU means review unit. Review unit will do the job and function. Their function is to see what assessment unit has collected the data, and on the basis of information which department has given, what assessment should be done, and what is done, what is not done, what data should have been collected, what data has not been collected, and how it is interpreted. And then they give their view, and they can become a opinion and guider to the assessment unit. Verifying unit is the arm of assessment unit. Assessment unit gives certain information to a verifying unit for verifying the veracity and the detailed in-depth analysis, wherever the specialized knowledge is required. Technical unit is the unit which guides the assessment unit for the specialized job in legal matters. They would guide what section, how should be interpreted, what are the law which needs to be taken care. This would be guided by technical unit. Data mining is the word used time and again. Data mining means the assessment unit, there is a data collected by the income tax department from various sources, including stamp duty, GST, bank, and the information which they have it. On the basis of that, they would do data mining and convert that into information qua SSC. They've also uh, collected data for each assessment for the 360 degrees according to them. 360 degree means they have all information about your credit card information, what is the income, what are the asset, and what is the slot it should have been. And through artificial intelligence, they would create a red flag. Artificial intelligence means they have been given a task to to determine what SSC has supposed to have some information which they're not. Let me give you an example of artificial intelligence. Suppose I bought some goods. I have a credit card, and I bought a good from USA. Then artificial intelligence would come and tell you this is not a right kind of this information. This kind of transaction is rare, so they would give a red alert, and the machinery would start functioning on credit card purchase made by someone from USA who was staying in India. The same way, somebody who is having a 5 lakh rupees salary or a very meager salary, and he has bought a Sony TV which is costing more than 2 lakh. So this artificial intelligence would create a red flag. The risk matrix. Risk matrix is the basis of which, if this assessment is made, which is likely to stand the CAT appeal or at other places. Automated allocation system, automated examination. Automated allocation system means AU and RU and VU and TU would be allocated the file on the basis of certain parameter given to them. So there is no bias. It is like a lottery where no bias towards anyone. Automated examination tool. So automated examination tool is a tool on the basis of data submitted. They would come and give you some information which is of a meaningful nature. Risk management strategy. So that is what I told about risk matrix. This is almost same. Genesis of this assessment. एक second. Here, genesis of assessment was the reason why high piece assessment were done by the genesis of faceless assessment was the reason high pitch assessment and litigation blocking revenue of a nation for so long. There was a complaint that AO has a power but no obligation. There were many audit objections on the basis of which the assessment is framed. And there were said that there is a direct nexus or a contact between AO, SSC and SSC's representative, causing a skepticism about a compromise and personal interest versus national interest. These are the 4 reasons by which the idea came how these loopholes can be avoided. So they have come with the novice scheme. Previously, there was 147 notice were served. On the basis of that, you have to file a return, or your last return would be considered as deemed return, and they would provide you the reason of reopening after the assessment is reopened, and on the basis of that, the assessment were framed. Now, the scheme has been changed. The government says we trust you. We provide you in detail in advance what are the information available with us about you. This is like a new services form. Submit all the information about you to the SSC when filing the returns. Forms are automatically auto-filled, so you have less chances of making a mistake, thus avoiding notice scrutiny assessment at later stage. IT department was an exhaustive form. The IT department was exhaustive form where the details are need to be submitted on the basis of which no notice need to be served on you. Because when you file the return, they would automatically compare with the information they have it. And there is when this true tally, they would not issue a notice, no communication between department and you on the basis of IT form fields. When AI compare the information, but with the pressure from the SSC in the public, the government has decided to simplify the form, but it is in the larger interest to have a detailed form so that there are less chances of mistake. IT department was exhaustive form, which I already said. Today, around 7 crore returns are filed. Out of that, only 0.25% are under scrutiny. Other returns are accepted as it is. Today, 87% of the revenue comes from automatic compliance, that is self-assessment, TDS, TCS, and advance tax. Litigation, that is scrutiny, survey, etc., is coming around 6 to 7%. 57,000 returns are today on the phase 1 for faceless assessment, out of which 13K is already completed and only addition in 500 cases are proposed. 6,000 emails are bounced. This is the information given by severity members on the forum of BCA, that 6,000 emails are bounced. The reason being the mail of a practitioner, or it is going in a spam mail, or address of which the email addresses of the past. So to support and avoid 144 assessment, one should go to the portal and check it out. And they are planning to send to the alternate address. They use Aadhaar card information, and also physical notice, SMS is also sent in order to avoid 144 assessment. They do have a power to make assessment, but it is a futile and it is a long drawn exercise. In order to have a good cordial atmosphere, they want to avoid 144 assessment. AU is supported today. Nowadays, in this faceless assessment scheme, assessment AU SSC unit is supported by RU, review unit, verify unit, technical unit, and UAU will also support when the assessment is made. So there is a group of person having an expertise knowledge would make the frame assessment. The assessment will not only will be also supported by risk assessment and also supported by automatic source. Previously, the assessment was done fearfully by AO. They may feel that if they make an assessment, people would feel the department may think that they've done a favor to the SSC. Now they can go fearless as the order is passed, with supported by AU, supported by TU, VU, RU, and also another assistant AU, new AU. The risk analytical model is available. AI is used AT data mining for their routine work. The selection of SSC and SSC assessment unit. The selection of scrutiny is done by the artificial intelligence and data mining tools, data analytical tools. When they find that the SSC is having an investment expenses which is far more higher and it is not showing a healthy sign, they would select the scrutiny. After the selection, the same is handed over to NESC for assessment. After assessment over, the file is transferred to the jurisdiction SSC. The department knows now on the basis of SSC, assessment unit is framed. SSC and the assessing unit will not be in the same town. SSC's PAN number will not be the place where assessment unit is there. So there would be a two different place. The SSC and AU will not be at the same place. AO knows where the SSC is, but SSC does not know where the official is. So thus, it is possible to contact by AO to SSC, but intentionally they have not kept in the same town. So it is a very difficult proposition. So now I am going a stepwise. This is the step 1 to last one, in which is in the sequence in which I have taken it to make it logically understand how the assessment is going to happen right now. NESC procedure started the step number 1 to 3 I have explained in this para. NESC will serve a notice to the SSC on the basis of 143 under section 143 specifying the issues of selection. You have purchased a house, you have invested, you have gone outside country, your expenses are higher, your commission is higher, your expense is higher, or your GP ratio is very low, NP ratio is low. These are the reasons they would mention, and the basis of which the scrutiny assessment is made. Is notice is served to the SSC under section 143(2). The SSC may choose to reply within 15 days from the receipt of the notice, as per clause 1. These are the way the assessment is done in 3, where the SSE, A, B, C, where the assessment further written under section 139, or in response to notice under section 142(1), or under section 141, and notice under section 1 is issued. The assessing officer or the assessing officer or the prescribed authority, is the case may be. This is the question of A. Now comes B. This is not what is the written into notice issued under section 141, but the assessment is still going to be framed. It is not further requirement under section 148. In a notice under 42 has been served, issued by the NSE shall intimate the SSE. In all the 3 cases, they will serve the notice to NSE to make the assessment. So about 3 cases, A, B, C, A, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Now the case is transferred to NESE for AU to make an assessment. NESE is in the case selected for purpose assessment under the scheme with a specific unit in any of the region and RESE through an automated allocation system. The system is done through automated allocation system, which specifies that the SSE, the present address and SSE span address should not be the place where the RESE should be, and the RESE would assign to, they would assign on the region on the basis of AU, assessing unit. Where a case is assigned to assessment unit, it may make a request to NESE for obtaining, when NESE assessment unit would ask the NESE that they want the following three kinds of information. One is obtaining information, document, or evidence. Document in paper, evidence from the SSE or any other person. It may ask from any or any other person as it may specify. They may ask the details from me, my wife, or my client to support certain information document to make the assessment of mine as one case. Conducting certain inquiry or verification by the verification unit. The AU assessment unit may ask further inquiry on the basis of which the data is submitted or verification of certain documents, information or evidence. Seeking technical assistance from technical unit. Technical assistance is legal matter. Legal technical assistant would say what is the addition made in the past, DP addition, certain addition are made, what are the law of High Court, the jurisdiction court, or they would assist in all legal matter to assessment unit. Where a request for obtaining further information, document, evidence from the SSE or any other person has been made by the assessment unit, where a request for obtaining further information, document or evidence from the SSE or any other person has been made by the assessment unit, the NAC shall issue appropriate notice or requisition to the SSE or any other person for obtaining information, document or evidence requisition by the assessment unit. Where a request for obtaining further information, document, evidence from the SSE or any other person has been made by the assessment unit, NAC shall issue appropriate. When the above is that when they ask for further information, they will inform NAC and NAC will collect the evidence and obtain evidence requisition by SSE. Where a request for the document evidence to the SSE or any other person has been made by the assessment unit, NAC shall issue appropriate notices. Now, assessment unit asks for the information. Okay, now the three types of information, document and evidence, verification unit, technical unit. Now this goes to NAC. NAC will ask the same to the SSE or any other person. The SSE or any other person, as the case may be, shall file the response to the notice referred to in above within the time specified. Now this case is selected for scrutiny. It goes to NAC. NAC will now I will give you an example. The case is selected for scrutiny. NAC will issue the notice On the basis of notice, he is to reply within 15 days time, and reply is unit. Then he will allocate to assessing unit. Assessing unit will ask for three kind of information: to the SSE, verification unit, technical unit. From the SSE, he will ask for document information and evidence. And now it will ask to NEC. NEC will ask to the SSE that within the time specified in which you need to submit the information. Agar NEC will ask for verification, so we would have to automatically do verification unit of a regional set on the allocation basis. SSC ने ask किया verification automatic basis पे verification unit के पास गया. Where it requires technical assist इस तरह से regional assessment center में automated allocation system से RESE में गया for technical assistance. NESE shall send the report on the basis of report received from SSC, verification unit and technical based on the request referred to the concerned SS unit. जैसे ये information आता है, he will transfer to assessment unit. Where the SSA failed to comply with the notice referred to in this clause 5 under section 141 or with the direction of the section 122, the NEC shall serve upon such SSA notice under section 122, giving him an opportunity to cause a date and time specify the notice why the assessment should not be completed to the best of his assessment. Now, AO is asked, a assessment unit asks for certain information from SSE. NESE serve the notice, and if does not give the reply, the NESE will issue a notice under section 142(1) to 142A and ask them why the best statement assessment under section 144 should not be made. The SSE shall within the time specified in the notice referred to in above. Such statement with the application is file his response. ओरिजिनल फाइल नहीं किया 144 नोटिस मिली, तब उसको ये डिटेल जवाब देना का फिर से एक कोशिश. दे आर डूइंग अगेन दिस थिंग वेयर द एसएससी फेल्ड टू फाइल अ रिस्पांस अंडर दिस टू अबव. एक बार किया, सेकंड विद इन द टाइम स्पेसिफाइड इन द नोटिस और विद इन द एक्सटेंडेड टाइम इफ एनी शैल इंटीमेट द फेल्योर. एक बार नोटिस दिया, फिर से उसको 144 असेसमेंट यूनिट करने के लिए नोटिस दिया, अभी रिप्लाई नहीं मिला. देन NESE will inform the AU that you passed the draft assessment order. The assessment shall, after taking into account all the relevant material on the record, make in writing a draft assessment order. In a case where intimation referred to section of 13 is NESE, make in writing a draft assessment to the best of judgment, either accepting the income as it is, some papers, some refundable, or as per return, or modifying the said income or some, and send a copy of such order. Now AU will make a draft assessment order. The AU shall, by making the order, provide the details of penalty proceedings which is initiated therein, if any. Now draft assessment order is ready. NESE shall examine the draft. The AU has made the draft assessment and sent to NESE. NESE shall examine the draft assessment order in accordance with the risk management strategy specified by the board. Now, when the assessment is made on the basis of best judgment assessment, there is a risk management strategy is made. And on the basis of that, it would be risk management strategy is determined by the board. And it is supported by an automatic examination tool. On the basis of all these three, NESE will examine, whereupon and decide, the NESE will decide, finalize the assessment as per the draft assessment order, and serve a copy of such order and notice initiating the penalty proceeding, if any, to the SSC, along with the demand notice specifying the sum payable refund, any amount due to the SSC on the basis of such assessment. Now, NESE is getting an information of a draft assessment order. And after receipt of the draft assessment order, he would give RMS, board, and automatic examination. He will frame the assessment. Okay. Either refund, demand notice, or whatever, we accept it or change it. B. Now, on the basis of NESE get he make an assessment, or he provide opportunity to SSC. in a modification is proposed by serving a notice calling on to show cause as to why the assessment should not be completed as per the draft assessment. B option, they may issue a show cause notice by serving as to why the assessment should not be considered draft assessment. Or first, finalize the order. Second, CN, or third, he may assign an assessment order to a review unit in any one of various through an automated application for conducting review of such order. So let us go back to that. NESC के पास order information है, draft assessment order है. He would finalize. Either he will go to another notice, or he will make an automatic flow, give it to REC for conducting a review. तो तीन ऑप्शन, असेसमेंट कंप्लीट कर दो, शोकॉज नोटिस दे दो और REC के दे दो for review करने दीजिए. The review unit shall conduct review of the assessment order referred to it by NESC, whereupon it may decide. REC ने जो AU के जो order आया, जो NESC ने forwarded to them, he accepted or suggest some modification as may be deemed fit by the assessment order and send it to the NESC. NESC, when now AU received the order, the draft assessment order, it will go to NESC. NESC got three options. Now he goes to review. Review said there is some modification. When modification is made by the review unit, then NESC will give it to upon receiving concurrent review unit for the procedure laid down to subclause A or B. इनके पास दो ऑप्शन. NESC shall upon receiving suggestion from review unit send the case to an assessment unit. अब NESC के पास आए तो इनके पास दो ऑप्शन है. He give it to new AU review, new assessment unit, okay, which may be through an automated order. अब AU review का order, RU का order new AU के पास गया. The assessment unit shall, after considering the modification suggested by review, send the final assessment order to SSA. A new AU will send the draft assessment order to NESC. The NESC shall, upon receiving the final assessment order, follow the procedure laid down in A or B. What do you mean by 16A or 16B? Finalize the assessment order, और फाइनल कर देगा और SSC को फिर से नोटिस देगा कि ये शोकॉज नोटिस है, तुमको उसमें कुछ कहना है. So point 22 क्या कहता है? On the basis of that, they will be visible two options. फाइनल कर देगा या SCN करेगा. The SCC may in case where the शोकॉज नोटिस अंडर बी जो हमने पहले बोला वो नोटिस है. सब अपने one is a response, वो रिस्पॉन्स सबमिट कर सकता है on or before the date specified in the extended time. The NESC shall, in a case where no response to the showcause notice is received, final the assessment order as per draft assessment order as per procedure laid down. अगर एक बार फिर से showcause notice दी, no response आया, he will give it, he will pass the order. In any case, send the response received to new assessment unit. The assessment unit shall, after taking into account the response filed by SA, make a revised order and send it to NESC. अब न्यू AU के पास जो SSC ने कोई डिपार्टमेंट दिया, इसके बेस पे वो नया ड्राफ्ट असेसमेंट ऑर्डर बनेगा. NESC in case no modification pass the final order. अगर नहीं है तो where the modification proposal in interest of the SSC is proposed with the reference to draft assessment provides opportunity by serving a notice to proceed laid down under section 16B. 16B क्या कहता है? Provide an opportunity, अंदर फिर से opportunity देगा कि तुमको इसके बारे में कुछ. The response furnished by the SSC shall be dealt with the procedure laid down in 22, 23, 24. 22, 23, 24 क्या होता है? 22 SSC in case where the secondary notice has been served, furnish the response to NESC on or before date. इसको response की notice देने का option देता है. बराबर है? The NESC in case where no response is received, final कर देगा. In any case response received, वो SSC unit को दे देता है. 24 क्या बोलते हैं? Assessment shall, after taking into account the response furnished by the SSC, make a revised draft order. अब यहाँ फिर से revised order करके, then NESC after completion of assessment, now ये procedure फिर से complete हो गया. Then NESC shall, after completion of the assessment, transfer all the electronic order. Now order is passed transfer all the electronic record which they have received to the assessment of the duration of the case in which जो पहले जो यूनिट था उसमें सब पेपर्स डॉक्यूमेंट जो भी आया वो ट्रांसफर होके आ जाएगा. Now this is absolute mechanism. This gives you an n number of opportunities, and there would be AU, RU, VU, TU, and new AU. So there would be any bias in favor of that. There is a draft assessment, focus notice. There are so many opportunities given to the SSE. So now there is a less chance that once the assessment is made, it would go. CAT अपने से निकल सकता है, RES से ट्रिब्यूनल से निकल सकता है, वो बहुत स्कोप कम है, because it is reviewed by 4% and the information which you submit should not be wrong, which I am taking care later on. NEC after levy of penalty as per the state order, draft order, serve a cause of ML along with the demand notice on the city or other person, as the case may be, and thereafter transfer of the penalty proceeding to the assessment jurisdiction over the state case. For such action, the penalty proceeding would be sent to assessment. Notwithstanding anything contained in subparagraph, Principal Chief Commissioner or Principal Director General in charge of NEC may at any stage of assessment, if considered necessary, transfer the case of AO having jurisdiction over which with the prior approval of board. In a very rare of the rare case, because Principal Chief CIT and Principal DG, with the approval of the board, can transfer the case and withdraw the case from faithless assessment. When the final proceedings are going on, the personal hearing is a big issue. Many times the paper when you submit the paper in 1, 2, 3, 4, it may not give natural justice. To avoid unnecessary and injustice, natural justice किसी SSC को नहीं मिले, इसीलिए इन्हें पर्सनल हियरिंग का क्लॉज भी they have kept in this thing, but this is also kept in a faceless manner. Let me go through how they would mean it. When draft assessment order is on, there is an addition is made. Is proposed an opportunity provided to the SSC by serving a notice. So why the assessment should run with the SSC or is the authorized may request for personal hearing. Personal hearing he can ask for. The Chief Commissioner or DG in charge of RESC may approve the request of personal hearing if the DG or Chief Commissioner feel that it is the interest of them. In the interest of the nature of justice, they should be given the personal hearing. They would offer a personal hearing. So this personal hearing would be done through video conferencing, including the use of telecommunication application software supported by video telephony in accordance with the procedure laid down in the board. Under section 133 A will not be done through video conferencing. Those who want to have a person should not in any way before income tax authority examining so he did not come. Personal hearing दिया जाएगा, approve करेगा. When the request of person has been approved by the Chief Commissioner DG, such hearing shall be conducted exclusively through video conferencing, including the use of telecommunication software that supports the video telephony in accordance with the procedure laid down by board. So there would be a video conferencing with the telecommunication software, but no physical presence will be required with the procedure laid down by the board. Any exam or recording of the statement or any other person shall be conducted by income tax authority in the scheme exclusively including use of any software which supports the procedure laid down by the board. The board shall establish the facility. Board की जवाबदारी है shall establish the suitable facility for video conference, including the software which supports video television, such as location as may be necessary to ensure the SSC or his authorized or any other person referred to is not denied the benefit of personal hearing. So, for another person, personal hearing का right move नहीं करे, वो board would see that it is done. Personal hearing and its comment. We do not know how cross-examination will be done for witness or document in case of oral hearing. You know, when this personal hearing was happening, the cross-examination of a document in itself was a very tricky task. How it will be done in video conferencing is a very difficult thing to look at it. The effectiveness of it is also very doubtful. We also do not know whether the recording of the same will be available for the proceeding at the later on. The DRP, where 3% are recording, but in that case there will be personal. There are many personal bias was happening. So that's why DRP was not very successful. All ये जो communication है, NESA to SFE, SSE to NESA, NESA to SSE, SSA to NESA, NESA to AU, AU to NESE, AU to NESE, NESE to AU, RU, VU, TU, and transfer of information one place to another will be authorized through only digital signature. There won't be any physical movement of paper. It will be digitally signed and in electronic mode only. And for the case of SSC, SSC should also sign digitally or other effects under the electronic verification code, which was under as per rule 212. The what when SSC makes a submission, they make a submission through email or through portal, where there is a limit of 5 MB size, and there will be 10 attachment maximum is allowed. Thus 50 MB attachment is allowed. But if your data is more than 50 MB, they allow multiple email also. And when your data is in Word or format, if 5 MB is equal to more than 100 to 150 pages, I don't think you require more pages than that. Only thing you need to see that JPG file is not there, because JPG file requires a number of, their bytes are very high. NESE, the government, the principal chief commissioner or principal director general in charge of NESE, with the prior approval of the board, lay down standard procedure process for effective functioning of NESE, RAC, the unit set up under this section, an automated and mechanical environment including format, mode, procedure, processes in respect of the following 7 items will be taken care. So there is a standard procedure, rules, systems are in place for what are the types of where this above is required. Say for example, service of notice. If notices will be served or orders could be served, any communication from department to SSC, or receipt of any information document for the person who responds to notice, oral or the communication, where the receipt would be issued for the purpose when you submit the data. Issue of acknowledgement of response furnished by the person. Provision of e-processing include login facility, tracking status of your assessment, display of relevant details and facility of downloading would also be taken care of. Accessing, क्या data आप देख सकते हो, क्या verify कर सकते हो, क्या authenticate कर सकते हो, and what are the documents submitted during the assessment procedure. There is a mechanism by which you need to take care of that. Every document you receive, every storage in data information document in a centralized manner. There would be a centralized place, though maybe it may be in a cloud computing at a various place, but this would be monitored through centralized mechanism. I am not going into paragraph 111, general administrative and grievance redressal mechanism in the respective centers and units, because these are centers of wide different places. So there should be an administration which should be very healthy and robust. As the assessment order is a speaking order, they always say what they want, what is your opinion, what you submitted, and it is just a speaking order. The same way, when you write a letter to the department, it should be in a speaking letter. There is an art of presentation. There should be a date of submission, what index you provided, forwarding letter supported by notes with the cross verification, and for explanation there may be some notes also. So art of presentation for someone to understand who does not start with where you are, but on the basis of index, so there is an indicator, they will be able to understand what you mean to say. The art of presentation is a very important thing in business assessment. Is the order is a speaking order, the art of submission should be also speaking, and every explanation or document or evidence and any apprehension and anomaly which AO has has the doubt in mind, you should give in writing in such a way that you will be able to understand very clearly. The issue while faceless assessment does pose us in our way. 15 days time is given to you. There is further extension, but there may be 100 query, means 100 questionnaire would be asked, and each file may move more than 20 times. It will be too cumbersome for NEC. I say AO, SSC to NEC, NEC to AU, AU to NEC, AU to NEC for VU, RU, TU, then again another new AU, SCN, draft assessment order. It becomes too much communication. So it becomes too much democratic. So in every phase of time, your paper should be ready to be submitted as soon as you get the lecture. Needless to add that because of assessment, we need to compile the file at the end of the assessment year. When you file the return, you should compile a lot of things which is available. I give you an example. Suppose I bought a 100 Reliance share. So there would be an entry in the bank through which I bought a share. And there would be a broker note. Broker note would be supported by in my books, in the books of broker. There would be my account. And there would be entry of my purchase. And there would be entry in my demat account. So this will cover everything. If I have recorded all these things properly, it would be easy for me to give that it is, and I can supply it later on. If I go and gather after 5 years, and at that time there is a 15 days of time, I don't think I'll be able to do it. So thus today, you must be very professional in compilation of this data. Thus every exchange created left file which is given automatically by the system. Thus compilation at initial stage is a must. Submission of judgment ideating. It has been asked by someone to community member, should we provide the judgment during the submission? When then his reply was categorical. He said, if it is reported, you quote the judgment. When you're quoting the judgment, give the page number, give the para number, and give relevance with your case. If it is not a reported judgment, give the full judgment, copy of judgment, and its relevance. So he said that if you say the 100 pages, 100 judgments are quoted, and you don't have a relevance, it would be very difficult for assessment officer or CIT appeal or a tribunal member to make out the case for you. Now, technical unit and its role. Technical unit will be in one nation, one region. They will guide AO for assessment, for legal judgment, and issues. TU's job is to minimize the electronic guide to forming the assessment so that unnecessary demand is not created. For that, they may issue a circular, guideline, SOP, etc. will be provided. Technical unit's role is to see that there is a minimum demand created which is not required. There is no unhealthy litigation. Further penalty may be levied. Penalty may not be levied if it is not required. If it needs to be levied, it has to be levied. Here, risk metric would be used to minimize the litigation, and technical unit would be capable to and have an art or have a specialized job to support the AU. Needless to add that now CIT appeal is going to faceless, has already gone faceless. So then the unit will support CIT in a qualitative and relevant manner. The phase one, I said, faceless assessment is started. The tax department can pass an order in section 144. Department want to avoid base judgment. The best way to go is to search. What I said, there is certain email is not served. Then we need to educate the practitioner and the SSC. When they have given their address, they have to check everybody, those who need to check whether their case is under scrutiny or not. IT department is trying to send through SMS. They have the Aadhaar card and other physical notice also they are planning to do. But best way is not to make a 144-based statement assessment. Now, when this whole system has come, now you would have a doubt. There are atomic energy की site Pakistan और काफी country, even Pentagon's website is hacked. Is it not possible and feasible to hack the website of the department? Yes, it is possible. So our department has a very robust cybersecurity because vital information of them is available. Department is collecting too much information from TCS. They are collecting more than 3 crore transaction-based information through online portal. This needs to be answered by portal only with minimum human intervention. They give you 1 or 4 options. On the basis of one needs to be selected because they want minimum intervention and maximum job should be done through artificial intelligence and machine-based information. What are the things will not be covered in the faceless assessment? TP of a domestic resident is not coming in personal hearing. Transfer pricing or GAR will not be covered under domestic of a domestic company will be covered for faceless assessment. All survey which was done with the permission of Joint Commission, now that power has been drawn. Internal section NRI is not covered in faceless assessment. Credit or tax evasion matter is also not covered in faceless assessment. Now, the question would come in our mind. Is the face assessment better? Will it avoid litigation? Would it be fair to assessing? Will communicate this will support tax collection? There's a gateway where information from one place to other place will come. Will support the tax collection, litigation, and tax funding. If you look at it like this, I think initial hiccup will be there. Old habit would die hard. Resistance from assessing department will be handled swiftly. India is establishing a new trend for face assessment in the world. We are among the top to see that these are done. Thanks you all for being with me in the Visakha chapter Ahmedabad. I'm Nitin Pathak. You can ask me any question on this relevant 92580404. Go to my blog. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. See you again. Every Friday we are conducting a workshop through Visakha chapter, which is beneficial to members. It's free and it will be guiding and making our nation one of the best nations in the world. Thank you. Thank you once again.